Hey Aquarius, I'm David and welcome to my channel. I'm here to do your tarot reading for the month of July. If you're new to tarot, just a quick reminder, only takes the part that resonates with you. This is a general reading, so I might not pick up on everyone's energy, but only takes the message if it does resonate with you, and if it does not, leave it here. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Show me what message you have for Aquarius for the month of July. Show me what message you have. Aquarius. Did I say Aries? Aquarius. Well, just tell me what mess. Oh wow. So starting off, Knight of Pentacles. Hard work, productivity, routine, efficiency, responsibility, and by it being a knight, a knight in general, that does signify movement. So far, what's coming through off the bat is some of you guys are gonna find yourself busy throughout this month. Let's see if we can add a little more context to what you're gonna be occupied with. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles. So the Six of Swords came out, flipped over. Personal position, distance to change, unfinished business, baggage. Hmm. So personal personal transition. Has some of you been procrastinating something? Because so far with the Six of Swords coming out in reverse, I'm getting like there's a with the transition and the resistance to change. I feel like there's more so like it being followed by the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like there's a little bit of like procrastination energy that you've been dealing with, or maybe you're gonna be um shaking loose or adopting better habits. Let's add a little more confidence. What other message could you add to clarify this story? What other message? Huh. The Page of Wands flipped over. Inspiration, ideas, limitless potential, free spirit. I I like what I'm seeing because it definitely seems like this is something that you're like shaking loose, Aquarius. Like it's I'm getting like over I'm not really sure exactly what it is. It can fall into whatever category, to be honest. It could be work related. Say it if you have been or you notice that you've been doing a bad job of like properly communicating. If you've been someone who's known to like procrastinate, um, say overeat, um, fall through on your commitments, be on time, like, or even just if you're someone who's having like trust issues, I feel like it can like fall in whatever category in your life where it seems like it's something that one of you or somebody identify within yourself that you at least decided to make some type of change or sh- let go some, I guess, past past beliefs, or it could be current. If because this does seem fairly brand new, so this could be pretty recent, or maybe some of you haven't actually started to make this change. Let's clarify a little bit more just to add a little more context. I like to get as much context to the story because I feel like the more I pull, the more insight I'm able to get. Clarify the Six of Swords in reverse. Clarify the Six of Swords in Clarify the Six of Swords. Ooh. And your cards just want to flip over left and right. Okay, so this one, I'm going to take this one. We have the Knight of Wands. I mean, the King of Wands. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. About speak, I'm gonna put this in order. Mess, but good. The Knight of Wands, natural leader, visionary, entrepreneur, big picture, overwhelming challenges, very focused. Man, Knight of King of Wands, considering that what I'm seeing leading up to this, it just feel like this is something is big enough where you recognize that it was blocking your progression. Or it's in it, it sort of seems like you realize, and I'm just gonna use the no offense to anyone, I'm just gonna use the thought or the, for example, someone that's like a shy or introverted person. Say, for example, you realize that you're excuse me, you're more than you're usually shy, or you are not comfortable with meeting new people, for example, and you realize, or you recently realize that in order for you to see some progression in, say, like, say if you have the plan or goal to become like a business owner, you're realizing, well, you being shy is not necessarily gonna best serve you in your overall big picture plan, because you know, or you're realizing that as part of you building this business or this empire that you aspire to be, you're gonna be, or you're gonna have to learn to become comfortable with meeting new people, communicating with different types of people. So it seemed like something to that effect, where you're there's a recent or soon to be recognition that some of your habits is actually counterproductive in your overall goal to plan. And then we have the Five Pentacles that came out: financial loss, lack of give me a second. Manifest, well, oh yeah, mindset. For a second I thought it was just something else. Lack of mindset, loss, isolation, worry, mood, poverty, insecurity. Yeah, I mean, you definitely will be. You're being inspired, not inspired. It doesn't seem like, excuse me, you're not being inspired by external factors. Yes, to a certain extent, of course, because you want the success, you want whatever goal. This could also be like relationship oriented, just a FYI. But this could mainly just been whatever category that you feel that this could apply to, where you there's some part of you recognizing that this part of you is not really serving your overall vision for yourself, and it seems like you're going to be making a shift to move you closer in the direction of what you would like to achieve for yourself, or the type of lifestyle you want for yourself, or the relationship you want for yourself. I just want to add, what other message could you add towards this story? What other message could you add towards this story? A lot of people would probably, excuse me, contribute this to like a shadow work type of process too, where you like going within and you trying to like do your own self healing. So just something. I'm not an expert at shadow work, but I feel like that's kind of what it involves. Then we have the judgment card in reverse: self doubt, lack of will, self awareness. Yeah, I definitely feel like this is definitely definitely internal for you. This is something from within that you're realizing about yourself, that you're gonna try to set yourself, or you're gonna adopt better habits, or let go of some of your habits that don't serve you. What other message could you add to the story? I would say, like, sometimes you kind of just like in a simple, a simple way to think about it as well, if it might help. Sometimes just view like doing things that you don't naturally do as that's part of like you just stepping into a different aspect of yourself just to do the part. But I do think most of us are often asked to like show up in ways that we don't prefer to do, but we just do it for either it's for money or just for we're thinking about the future goal. So that's just for those of you who's struggling to understand or excuse me, make some adjustments. Just think about like what's the bigger picture, and it could just be for a temporary moment because you're not really losing part of yourself. You're just willing to like step into a different side of yourself just for a temporary period, and then at some point you get to just go on vacation or relax and just be more into your natural or your preferred state of mind or habits. What other message could you add towards this story to close it out? What other message could you add towards this story to close it out? Then we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, delays, lack of motivation, lack of energy, lack of passion. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like there has been a little bit of a resistance coming from your part, Aquarius, where this is not something that's brand new, right? This is something that for some of you, this might been something that you've just been naturally doing, or is been part of your DNA for so long, where you've been asked to like, I guess, minimize or control a certain part of you. Seems like it's more work than what you prefer. Like you rather just be yourself all day, every day. But it just seems like you realize that some aspects of you are have been interfering, and you just it just seems for you currently, it seems like it'd be more work than what you're willing to do to like step into this new character of yourself. But for some of you, I definitely think that it's gonna be worthwhile because with the King of Wands, like that's what your future goal is, right? You want to be in this leadership type of role, and I do think part of being like this leader or moving in that category where you're gonna have to be prepared for people gonna come to you for different questions or advice for almost every type of category. So you have to be you pretty much you're just you have to go or be prepared to like handle different situations. And if you realize that some things that you're currently doing is not serving you, maybe there's something that you gotta realize or accept that this is just part of, I guess, the job, or part of the role that you looking to play. And let's go ahead and start your love and relationship. Sorry if that was drowned out. I was just trying to give my perspective a little bit. Show me what message do you have for Aquarius for love and relationship. Show me what message do you have for relationship or love for the month of July for Aquarius. Now we have the Fool in reverse, holding back, indirection, bad choices. No, you don't find anyone interesting. Everyone's the same. Uh, Clarify the Fool card. Clarify the Fool card in reverse. The Five of Swords, conflict, disagreements, competitions, defeat, winning at all costs, sneakiness. Yeah. You just this month right now don't start. It's not starting out good because it just seems like you're in there like everybody is the same and you don't trust. There's a lack of trust that's coming through. Maybe you haven't ran into someone that you feel like you can trust, or the people who's coming towards you or expressing interest, you don't F with them. Then we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Personal celebration, inner harmony, conflict with others, lack of support, breakdown in communication. I mean, so far, to be honest, Aquarius, it doesn't seem like it's starting off great for you guys, for or at least in this month. It seemed like others is overall just not giving us signs of like positive. It's more so like you feel better by yourself, but and you don't really have. It doesn't see. I don't see anything. Let's clarify a little bit more. Clarify the Five of Swords. Clarify the Five of Swords. Clarify the Five. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, nurturing, practical, providing financial, financially working. Parent. Clarify the Four of Wands and clarify the Four of Wands and the King of Wands in reverse. Impulsive, ruthless, high expectation, haste. Yeah, I feel like the people that you're coming across, Aquarius, you're just not really interested in right now. I feel like with the King of Wands, honestly, I don't feel like that's your energy. I feel like that's how you feel about people right now. Like they're quick, they're quick to react. I now just for a disclaimer, I have met some Aquarius that seem a little bit short tempered, but I don't think this is like how most of you guys are. But this I'm getting like an energy of, or you feel that people are impulsive. Um, some people have unrealistic, I guess, standards, or they just and then there's a lack of trust. Like there's a lack of trust that I also was picking up throughout this pour right here. The only well, there's two different good parts that did come through with the Four Wands. I do feel like you are more so happy or content with like whatever situationships you have going on. Like you feel good, and maybe this is why the Queen of Pentacles came out too, whereas it's like where you're focusing on like nurturing yourself and filling your own cup. That's what I feel like was coming through, where you don't really have any real potential. But let's see, maybe we get a little more context and we get a little bit of good or positivity toward the end. Let's see. The Magician, manipulation, poor plan. Yeah, that's still bad energy, but let's just back of confidence, narcissism. Yeah, narcissism. That's crazy. Then we have the Six of Cups. Happy memories, reminiscing, childhood, adolescence, oh joy. So overall, Aquarius, I don't have much positive news here for your relationship and connection, love. It definitely seems like there's you don't feel that you are being presented for. And this definitely seems like a single read where you guys just don't feel like the people who's coming towards you um is honest or good suitors, I guess to say the least. Where you feel like they're full of games, can't really trust them, they want to move fast, you want to go slow. Um it's something about these people where I just don't or at least I feel you guys don't feel that they look promising. The only good thing that it doesn't seem like you're really letting it affect you. 'Cause I feel like with the Four Wands, then we have the Six of Cups, and then the Queen of Pentacles, I definitely feel like you're loving up, you're love, excuse me, loving onto yourself, and you're finding ways to keep yourself happy or to ignore your disappointment that's happening with the relationship. This could means that you could may have um excuse me, this doesn't mean that you're not like still like finding ways to substitute. Like you could have a, I guess, a friends with benefits type of scenario situation, but it doesn't seem something which seems to allow you to be content. But you don't, I don't see anything promising here for like a someone new that seems promising. It just seems like in this current pull or read, you're not happy with the type of people that's coming towards you. But hey, let's check it out next month to see how things have changed. And again, if this does not resonate with you guys, please leave it here. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and leaving a comment and subscribing to the channel. Besides that, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.